Good morning, this is Daniel Perez. This is the video for the task required from the master course. I will try to don't take too much time. Let's start from the beginning. Why I was thinking into the project I have done. When I was reading the description of the task assigned to me, there was a picture of a few treasure chests or some kind of chest that can hide inside something. Then came to my mind that the only thing that you can hide is not gold or weapon. A very high value item can be the knowledge. Thinking about that, it came to my mind Johannes Kepler, a very famous scientist who found his own treasure hide between the books. He was studying all his life the movement of the star and the planets, and he found, between other things, he found that each planet orbits about the sun in an ellipse instead in a circumference. So it came to my mind to mix chest, treasure, knowledge, lock something inside. This kind of idea, it took me to wanted to do kind of treasure chest that is a book, and what you can find inside is knowledge, no gold or weapons. First I started looking for reference, so I went to look for some image to can get not only how is gonna be the book, also the atmosphere of this thing. I wanted to have some kind of old dusty atmosphere with unseen objects that have a lot of knowledge inside. I was looking for book to see what I can put over the chest to give the feeling that it's a book and a chest at the same time. Also here again with the atmosphere, this kind of atmosphere is the one I wanted to achieve. In attestation there was many book stylized. It's something that I have tried to do, but with parameter, procedurally speaking, is to hand paint it, and then I was looking for normal chest and also for book chest. Once I finished gathering all the reference, I started to blocking out the general design in 3D Max. The general design, the block out is very simple. It was just a box that it started to become a kind of book. When I was in this stage, I didn't know exactly what to do, and when I don't know what kind of detail to put over my object, I always go to Photoshop and I paint some rough ideas over the model. I knew that I wanted to have something in the middle. I was here thinking in Astrolab, a tool used to navigate. In ancient time, I knew that I wanted to have something in the corner, a lock hole maybe, some belts coming around like a chest. I started to paint it here. It's helped me a lot to painting is instead start to blocking out here without knowledge, without knowing what really to do. After painting the block out detail in Photoshop, I started with blocking out the idea details in 3D Max. Here we can see as I started to put something in the corner, something in the middle, the padlock. This one in the corner give me the idea of this can be a sun. It was a cylinder, or the way the cylinder is doing with all the edge, it was giving me the idea of of this become a sum. Here I put it, started to put this GR because I wanted to make this as an object where you had to solve a puzzle, and when you solve a puzzle the chest open. To solve the puzzle is something like align the planets, and I wanted to have the GR moving while the planets are moving. And here is the final design with cables going to the padlock. When you solve the puzzle, the electricity come to the padlock and open the chest where you can find the knowledge. Once everything has been modeled, before to start with the UVs for the texture, I don't use UVs as other people do, because inside Unreal Engine I work with Lumen for real time, where you don't need the UV for the light. You don't, because you are not baking the light. You are playing in real time. You can. It's necessary for other kind of thing if you want to paint something over the texture. But for that one, I had to do more than one UVs. One of them was for the cover, and for the cover I use Quixel Mixer. Quixel Mixer is a software from that belong to Unreal Engine, and I am working with this software because all the ecosystem, Unreal Engine, Megascan, Quixel Mixer together works very well. To create this kind of hand paint, I start with a solid base, then I paint over with a mask to break the first color. This is an ambient occlusion mask. Then I use another darker color with also another mask to break more the basic color. This have the feeling of has been hand paint. Finally, I always add the highlight on the border, that the highlights are achieved with the curvature and the fall curvature, that you can use edge only or cavity only. So here edge only, and here in the noise you can change the highlight. It's everything procedural, and it takes time at the beginning, but later on you can use it procedurally, and you can change many textures in just a second. To show you another example of how I work with this software, is with the corner that I said this was gonna be a sun. I did it here. I'm gonna take off the normal map. Here you can, it's the same. Here the basic color, one color on top to break the basic one, another color on top, and then the highlight that give the sensation that has been hand painted. And then if you want to have a normal map, you put the normal map. It look like a break here with the displacement, but in Unreal Engine it look fine. Texturing in Quixel Mixer, as I say, when I am texturing Quixel Mixer, I used to go back and forth between Unreal Engine, Quixel Mixer, and 3D Max. But at the beginning, I used to have in Unreal Engine I used to have here in Unreal Engine the model without texture. I like to bring in here without any texture and check how the light works already. In this thing I am using just a directional light because it's working very well. I was having two rectangular light, but that I have been using a bit, but with the directional light it was enough. Once everything has been textured and passed to Unreal Engine, then it's the time, as I say, to start to lighting. In this case I wanted to have a directional light that I can move for the animation, and I was having these two rectangular light that for the animation I have putting it off because it wasn't giving me the atmosphere I wanted to have. So I have been using only the directional light and a bit of one of the rectangular light. Once I have the atmosphere I like to for my projects, I start then with the sequencers to record the animation. The animation is the animation, you can see I have put 2 links in the email, so you can see the animation from YouTube. And here in the level sequencer is where you manage the directional lights, the planets going around the sun, or all the animation. After you have done the animation, you just have to click here in render, and it will pass in JPEG in picture, and then you can compose the picture in another software, and you have the video that you can see in the email. I hope this is not very long, because I guess you are having a lot of work to do today, and so just to tell you thank you very much for all your help. Also in the email I am sending you the 3D Max file where you can see the UVs, but I haven't done UV to every single object, only for a few of them that was required, because in Unreal Engine you don't need UVs for the shadow. One of the sample of the UV, for example, I'm gonna show you fast. One of the sample is from the cover. I open the UV editor. This is the UV for the cover, but many of the others, they don't have UVs. Well, this is everything from me. I hope you have a very good weekend. Have fun. We speak on Monday, on Tuesday. Have a good weekend, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you very much. Has been a pleasure to be speaking with you. Have a good weekend. Thank you, and bye bye.